Some people's heroes may wear capes or outfits, but mine had a 7-star badge over his heart on his uniform. He even had 3 stripes on each sleeve. Dad, you were, and still are, Superman. I'll carry the legacy with honor. Until we meet again, my old man, I love you.
Right now at 5, we are following a day full of tributes to fallen Loudon County Sergeant Chris Jenkins.
At the Loudon County Justice Center, we'll tell you how law enforcement is honoring fallen Sergeant Chris Jenkins coming up.
And we have team coverage from the service, memorial, and burial as the community pays their respects to the life and the sacrifice of Sergeant Chris Jenkins.
10 News is brought to you in high definition exclusively by Rusty Wallace Automotive Group. WBIR 10 News starts now.
I wasn't prepared for how much this hurts. This is by far the hardest thing I've ever had to do in the short 25 years of my life. In those 25 years, though, I had the best daddy a boy could ever imagine of having.
That is Deputy Clay Jenkins, the son of fallen Sergeant Chris Jenkins. Today, hundreds gathered to celebrate the life of that fallen Loudon County deputy. Sergeant Jenkins died after authorities say a truck driver hit him on Interstate 75 as the officer was removing a ladder that had fallen out of a vehicle. Now, earlier this afternoon, the community came together to pay their respects to Sergeant Jenkins during a memorial service and a celebration of life.
And we have team coverage today as the community continues to honor that fallen deputy. Cole Sullivan, Grace King, and Vinay Simlot are spread out across Loudon County. We'll start first with 10 News reporter Cole Sullivan with more from that ceremony that included friends, family, and the governor. Cole.
And hundreds of law enforcement family members too here at this ceremony. Before it began, they handed out boxes of Kleenex tissues, and boy, those were needed. Some of the most poignant moments came when we heard from the sheriff and from the son of Sergeant Jenkins. Outside the Loudon County High School gymnasium, a long line of appreciation. Snapshots of a grateful community. Inside the gym,
I've lost my daddy.
Heartbreak.
His fellow deputies loved him, and I loved him.
Memories of fallen Sergeant Chris Jenkins, a 20-year veteran of Sheriff Tim Guider's department.
He led his team from the front, and he was right there with them if things broke bad.
Jenkins' son, Clay, just 25, vowed to protect his family and his community.
But wearing this uniform is the most honorable thing I've ever done in my life.
Following his dad, his Superman, into law enforcement.
I had to do everything that Daddy done because I had to grow up to be like my hero.
Now planning to return to work and take over his father's call sign.
I'll put 904 back in service, and it will stay in service until I don't have a pulse any longer.
A life remembered not in pictures of this, but honored in the actions of the next generation. It was not all sad. There were also fond memories shared of Sergeant Jenkins. His son says he hopes he's riding in a Crown Vic in heaven. We heard about pranks that he played and lots of talk about that smile that we see in his photos. We'll send it back to you.
We learned so much more about the man, Sergeant Jenkins. Cole, thank you very much.